so slow when you're out there. It's caught inside, but you don't care. When we're alone, there is nothing but your dark soul and my loving. I waste my life if I have to. I've fallen off from you. 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 I've fallen off from you.
Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, all right, all right. Let me add myself to the stage. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 107th edition of the Community Pulse. We're in for another great show for you tonight. We have Emotion, New Soul. What a treat this is going to be. I'm looking forward to hearing a lot more about this amazing talent. And this is a huge recommendation by our co-host Coldacre, a huge fan in his own words. So we're going to bring them both up. And the opener tonight, Fallen From You. Holy crap. And you're right. Even Cozy, Hubs got out of his cozy lurk mode for this track. Fallen From You. It's just amazingly written, arrangement, production, and man, that harmonized lead, I just love it. A fantastic track. So go check that out. That's Coldacre. All right, we always every week we open up the show to show gratitude to these pillars of our community. In one way, shape, or form, you came through one of these for sure. I owe a ton of gratitude to these that I'm about to shout out. Jade Starr with her Unearth. I think she's said another couple weeks she'll be back up live. But don't forget, Jade has the Thursday, her interviews, and a whole lot of things going on every day of the week. So we'll talk a little bit more about other shows she has. Rob Bennett, the Vault Live show every Thursday at 2 p.m. It's a fantastic show. If you have some time to kill on a Thursday afternoon, please go check that out. You're going to find myself, JJ, DJ, I know Sal's there, Dynamite Throw, Gordon Lee Weaver. It's really cool stuff. Please go check that out. And he's Canadian. CampGmay open mic every Saturday at 10 p.m. We'll talk a little bit about the festival coming up as well. Thomas Christ, You Rock TV. I think I wrote down that wrong. All right. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm not sure if I gave you the link, New Emotion, but you fill out a form, you hit submit, your music will be played. Then we have Beat John every Sunday at 6 p.m. Congratulations to the 300th edition, man, of Your Music Live. And you all know I came through that community, Pete's, episode number 83. Something I will remember forever. And then we have Laurie's Mishmosh, who I know we're all saddened by her absence. Laurie, we love you, but we're glad you're having a good time. But like Coldy said, if there's a camera, she'll be up here soon. All right. Friday Night Hang, every Friday at 12 a.m. Eastern Time. Come join Laurie and friends. You'll have a blast. All right, what do we got here? If you'd like to support the channel, consider joining the channel to get access to perks. That's not a good word to say. All right, following the Pulse at 9 a.m., everybody will be, right after the show, everybody's going to be dumped over to Vince Janella's, another brilliant guitarist, and with his Monday night live jam and hang. And then at 11 p.m., we have Axe and Nacho with Monday night hang. Yeah, really cool stuff. I think we're good for now. All right. We got a lot of things going on this week, and a lot of shoutouts and stuff like that. So we're going to get to that in a bit. But as you all know, every week we have a featured channel. And it's usually an artist that, whether they lack a mic or they're from other parts of the world. Like Coldy took the day off, thankfully, for this show. But that can't be on the show, and we have a feature channel. This week's feature channel is a gentleman I met, has to be at least four years ago. Just an amazing musician all around. A terrific songwriter. Ernst Vingerhoitz, and I hope we're saying it correctly because JJ and I are thinking one of us butchered it, but I'm going with Ernst Vingerhoitz and from the Netherlands, and let's have a listen. So please go offer up some support. Jade Starr's in the house. Yay. All right. Okay, I got all excited. Jade's in the house. I'm not going to do that tongue thing. Featured channel.
This week's featured channel is that of Ernst Vingerhoutz. Ernst is a singer, songwriter, and painter out of the Netherlands. With around 400 original compositions and 3 CDs under his belt, Ernst writes in many styles, including jazz, pop, country, rock, fusion, and soul. If you enjoy smooth and warm atmospheres, please check out the Ernst Vingerhoutz channel.
Someday there will be some relief, but for the moment, maybe I'll go out with you. Maybe I'll hold you too. Can't keep my promise, waiting for you. Maybe the thing will last. Maybe it'll love at last. Can't keep every time I'm crying, and every time I lose control, waiting for the moment you love me like before. And then your love, your dreams, you're waiting for me. Why not what it seems? Why not what it seems? Wanna tell a story that I can tell, and is there not a blues that I can't sing? It's a world full of promises, it's a world full of dreams, but I know only times of misery. Where do we go from here? Is there a road to disappear?
All right. Wasn't that great? Yep. So it'll be pinned at the top of the chat throughout the duration of the show. Please, that little montage is now live. So go offer up some support when you can. He's a great supporter. And if you notice, he's like most of these channels that we're featuring, have gone over to other channels being featured and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. All right. Let's not waste any more time because I can sit there and talk until the crows come on. Well, Cold Acre, folks. No, add, Frank. Add solo. No, not like that.
Frankie, how are you, mate?
I'm good, buddy. How are you? I'm
Excellent.
so excited.
Yeah, me too. It's going to be great. A lot of us want to know more about this guy because he's, been on the scene for a little while and we don't know much. So, yeah, today will be good.
Yeah.
Good get to know.
Yeah, you know what? I like using that term. I want to act like I've been there before. And I'm glad to see, like, you're an example of, because I put you way up here as a talented musician, and I do. But I'm glad to see how excited you get as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not
sure.
alone.
No, definitely not.
I saw your excitement and your willingness. You got to get this guy on the show. You just give me a couple months and so I can take the day off. You took a day off for this. It's just amazing.
Oh, well, it's not, your show is not something I can come to very often. I have to take time off work. And if I do it once a year, why not? You got to use your leave. You got to use your leave somehow. So why not do it celebrating great musicians?
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. And I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I really
no worries.
do. Yes. All right. Let's talk a little bit about you before we bring on the artist. I have a few questions. You got anything coming up? What do you got in the works?
Well, as you know, I got a song with you in the works.
Yes. I was dying for you to say it. I didn't want to tell anybody.
Well, it's 90% there. I've just got to sort of... I know I can make the ending a bit better, so I've just got to get over the final line and then run it back past you and see if you're cool with everything, and then we'll do it.
Of course I'm going to be cool with it. Coldie. You already gave me a taste of it, man. It's like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah, so that's the main thing. I did a guitar solo for Ron not that long ago for one of his songs. He's always hitting me up just for a bit of rock and roll, old school rock, and that's no problem. And then I'm doing the Sunfest. I'm headlining it, or I'm finishing the festival. I'd prefer it to look at it that way.
You're headlining it. That's it. That's cool.
Everyone headlines. That's the best part. Everyone's got their 20 minutes, and it's exciting. It's in 4 weeks now, so better start
25th.
practicing. Hey.
Yeah, I'm going to be on that one. It's been a couple I've missed.
Yeah, I looked at the people performing, and it's all great musicians. I mean, I'm really stoked to be playing with a great bunch of people.
Very cool. So, as a featured co-host, before we bring on Motion New Soul, the co-host gets to choose a song of their own. And you chose.
You've already played a song of mine, Frank.
Yeah, but I've got the one. You sent me this link on Facebook to have a listen. It's like shit. I got to play this too. Right. So
thank you.
I downloaded it and it's on deck. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it? Because I recognize there's a meaning behind it.
Yeah, of course. It's the song I had on one of the Music for Life albums last year. I can't remember which country. Canada, possibly.
That was the last one, I believe. Oh.
Yeah, it was written for as a tribute to Russ's mum, Dot, who was part of part of Jade's community with the roast. She used to come on that and tear us all apart, tear us a new one. And it's probably the most fun I've ever had on YouTube is watching her. So, we all loved her dearly, and it was sad when we lost her. So I just wrote a song about her and I submitted it to the album, and then it sort of sat in limbo land. It was like, do I put it on my channel? Do I not? Do I make a video? Do I not? But I just got fired up again. I listened to it, thought I'll make a video and put it out. So this will be the first watch of it.
Well,
yeah.
That's really cool, because after watching that, obviously I had a look at it. It inspired me, because I've got a couple of them that I just, like you, what do you do with them?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so this is really cool. All right. So, yes, the last one would have been the U.S. one, so I apologize, not the Canadian one. So,
Yep.
let's continue supporting the Music for Life. And this is one of the tracks on it, and this is a video called Acre, dedicated to Dorothy.
Hello, Taurus. There's only one of you, cat-headed soldier with eyes as bright as blue. We can't thank you, so get on your way. All tomorrow will never be as bright as yesterday. Goodbye, Doris. You gotta miss you. Your laughter lingers like springtime breaking through. We'll hold you closely in the things you'd say, and we'll carry your love throughout our remaining days.
Right. It's not part of the show. Let me remove it. All right. Doesn't take much to confuse me. Did I glitch something or?
Yeah, the visuals just stuck on about halfway through the song.
Yeah, I don't know when I
sure.
downloaded it. Yeah.
Mustn't have downloaded properly. Must have just
Okay,
sort of
I
got
see.
most of it.
Okay.
Oh,
I
well,
apologize then. What a
That's
beautiful song.
thank
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's
She's a
got
wonderful
to.
person.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's got to feel good when it's just like journaling, right? You're saddened by something, you write it down, and you can look back at it a few months later, even a year, and feel good about it. And
Yeah,
that's got to be how that hits you.
Yeah, definitely. And I made Russ cry on YouTube as well too. So that was a
I wish I had
victory.
seen that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he'd had a chance to grieve. He was still in that moment of shock for so long, and then Jade played the song on a show, and they both lost it at the same time. It was, yeah, it's powerful when your music can affect someone like that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, look, Russ is a great friend, and begrudgingly love the guy.
All right, let's move on to the next chapter here. Our featured artist. You want to say a couple words before we bring him up?
I certainly do. This guy hasn't been on our scene for too long, but what a breath of fresh air he is with his musical skills and his style and that, and his own brand. He's got his own thing going on. So let's get him on, Frank.
Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Emotion New Soul. I'm going to bring
Hey.
you up here. I'm going to unmute our guest because that's a nice thing to do, as I say every week. There we go.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Great to have you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really appreciate that. Love those tunes there, Kodak.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right.
Well, I'm going to leave you guys to it. I'm going to drink some water, chill, and play with the chat.
And shuffle some papers, eh?
And shuffle some papers. Yeah, I'll let you guys talk a little bit, and then I'll start with some shout-outs.
Yeah, sure. Well, Emotion. I discovered you on GMay's channel. You came on and played a set. How did you discover GMay?
Well, just scrolling through there, and I think it was Rich New Design who actually asked me to come over there and check them out. I pretty much hang out with Rich quite often, and I went over there and checked him out, and I enjoyed the talent there. There was so much talent in that show and that in his house there, that I started coming back more and more. I hadn't been over there in a little bit, but still much respect for GMay.
Yeah. Nah, cool. Your first thing I thought when I watched you play was this guy is a real musician. He's not someone who's just learning here, because you get all kinds of people on GMay, and that's the beauty of it. You get the beginner, the intermediate, but you've obviously been playing for a very long time. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, I had a trumpet in my hand at the age of 6.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad, my parents, everybody else was out running around in the playground and stuff like that, and I was at home practicing the trumpet, got pretty good at it, played my way through high school, and ended up with a scholarship to Tennessee State University.
Oh, wow.
And there, I never touched a piano until I was in college because I was majoring in music. So, so I had to take piano, and I hated it, I really did, because, my piano instructor would always want me to play classical stuff like that, and I was just not a classical person, and I'd go in there and I'll say, I've been working on something, and I'll play a little jazz stuff like that, so I try and distract her a little bit, so we'll get off into that, and then she'll pull me back into the classical side, so so that never touched a keyboard or piano until my college days.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I can relate to that. I tried to go to college right after high school with guitar, and I wanted to play lead, and they wanted me to play classical, and
Right.
I was out of there. I dropped out.
Man, yeah. They, they say, in order to play all of the other stuff that you have to play classical music, but I wasn't a firm believer of that, so I kind of went astray.
Yeah. How many instruments do you play?
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know what do you mean by play, so I can get around, like clarinet, saxophone, flute, any kind of brass instrument, trombone, flugelhorn, trumpet, piccolo, never done anything with strings, although I do own 3 guitars and do not know how to play. But I'm going to eventually get there. I actually went to Guitar Center just about 3 days ago and made an appointment, so I'm going to start some lessons, so I figured, I might learn how to play the right way versus me being self-taught.
That'd be cool. A few chords is all you need.
Yeah.
You guys make it look a whole lot easier than it does when I'm just looking at you guys play. I've always wanted to play guitar. I love the sound of the guitar, and I love what you can do with it, but I just never took the time to learn how to play.
That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to do some shout-outs, and then we're going to continue here. So as you all know, we create a playlist of visits that I've done throughout the week, usually up until Sunday afternoon, evening, before I crash. But this week, every week we have the Community Pulse playlist. The link is being put out there right now, the 107th edition. There's quite a bit of stuff on there now. DJ Big Red with the community calendar. Please stop by, follow that link, offer up some support. If you have anything new, if you have an upcoming album, he's creating a really cool calendar. Let's support him with, he's putting a lot of work into it. And as you all know, he is not a musician. So he's doing this just to promote. So it's pretty cool what he does. Emotion New Soul had a new track release till the morning this past week. Level Invert, Brightest Star. I'm not sure where I met Level Invert. I'm going to say either Thomas's or Pete's, but this was released a couple weeks ago. He started following my channel, and what a great artist. John Franks is going to be on the show soon. The Ice Will Melt. Unstable, Spunk Man. Please go check that out. Another new channel to me. Detective Agent Dark Nut. Sonic Grace. Daniel's in the chat. Damn, I keep forgetting to reach out to Daniel. I'd love to have Daniel on the show. Dell, I'm Not Human. Harriet B, If You Must Go. Federico Berluzzi from Italy. Oh, let's give that a ding. California Dreaming cover, a Mama's and Papa's cover. David Meister, Pigs on Wings, a Pink Floyd cover. Forest of the Wolf. Moses J. Hawkins, who's going to be on the show. DJ, I saw Moses there. Is it next week? It's already time. Wow. Born Sick. Kathy Short. Love Conquers All. Johnny Amish. Why do I put them in an order? Jesus Hands. Ernst Vingerhoit's our featured channel this week. Once again, please go offer up some support. Also had a release this week. Young People Shouldn't Die. James Myers, what a brilliant drummer. Darker Still. The Mix Club. I had to shout out Rhett. I mean, I love this guy. I couldn't even make it. As you all know, it was like my bedtime is 9 o'clock. It's not by design. It's just I fall asleep. But he played 2 of my tracks. I was just going through it, and that's so cool, man. I love that guy. Not just because he played my track. It's just such a fun show. Oh, there he is. Okay, I'm taking it back. He's gonna send me. He's gonna send me love letters. All right, Poison Whales and Can't Named Vienna. Obviously, we all know Russ is involved with that. Still in Your Head. All right, I'm going to stop there for now. Just a lot of amazing stuff happening this week. All right.
If I may carry on.
Yes.
Promotion. I noticed you did a collaboration with Mr. Smith recently. How was that experience?
Man, that was pretty awesome. That is one amazing drummer. You know,
Yeah.
when I wrote that tune, you know, I just recently met him, and I think that again, I may have seen him on GMay's channel. I can't remember, you know, but then I started going to his channel and I was listening to him and I was listening to his style, you know, and he's just really awesome. So when I wrote that song, I didn't even ask him, you know, but I had in mind his drumming style, you know, the way he played and things like that. So I got as close to that as I could, you know, with my doll, you know, but it's still, there's a big difference in what you can lay, you know, the tracks you lay in your doll versus a live performer, you know. So when I asked him and he said sure, and I sent it to him, man, I couldn't wait for him to send that back to me so I can hear it, you know. So I listened to it, man, you know, and it was perfect, you know. And he sent it to me in a couple of three ways, you know, where I can actually tweak it a little bit, you know. So I dropped it in there, and man, I just loved it from the first time I put those tracks in there. And so shout out to Mr. Smith Video, you know, awesome musician, you know, and that video is actually doing very well. It's probably over about 22,000 views at this point.
Wow, that's killer. Yeah. So have you done a lot of collaborations before?
Well, you know, when I first started, you know, I started YouTube 2013, you know, so the initial collaborations were with some jazz musicians, you know, so, and they did okay, you know, 500 views back then, I thought that was a lot, you know, but, you know, my channel really wasn't getting a lot of traction, you know, when I was playing the instrumentals and stuff like that, you know. There's still a few of them on there, you know, but that's not like what I focus on, you know. So, you know, I've finally gotten to the point to where, you know, I tried to sing, you know, and like I said, I'm my worst critic, you know, so it took me a while to release that first track, but when I did, you know, the reaction was so positive, you know, so I just started to release more and more tracks. So I've only been singing for about, I guess about 5 years total now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That's very relatable. I played guitar for decades before I even had the courage to record my vocals only like 3 years ago. So yeah,
Right.
I hear you there. Yeah. So what do you look for when you're collaborating with someone? You're looking for the chemistry with the person or their style?
You know, first of all, you know, and please don't take this, you know, there's a lot of musicians, so don't take this the wrong way, you know, so I'm just really, really particular about what I hear, and then it's weird, you know, so, I mean, it can be great, you know, but if it's not really what I'm wanting, you know, it's usually a hard no, you know, and trust me, I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, you know, but, you know, I've learned through experience, you know, you put on one bad show, they're not going to call you back.
Yeah.
You know, so usually, you know, if when I get to the point to where I feel like I want to collab with someone, you know, and it's mainly going to be on their style, you know, and what they can bring to the table, you know, because I will put 150% in, you know, so you know, so I'm just hoping that person would do the same.
I had a couple people in the chat saying they're having a hard time hearing you, Emotion. And I went in the back settings and I have you full right across.
Okay.
If you can turn up a little bit.
Okay. How about, is that any better?
That's
perfect. Better. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to?
What about a song?
Yeah,
what
let's do it.
Frankie?
So the first one we have on cue is The Writing's on the Wall.
All right.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure, man. You know, The Writing on the Wall, you know, so my channel is mostly the romantic, lovey-dovey kind of stuff, you know, the makeup, breakup stuff. You know, I will get, you know, into some funk sometimes and some upbeat stuff, but, you know, generally I write the love songs, so telling stories about, making up or when we broke up or why you broke my heart, and things like that, so the writings on the wall is actually telling a story about a couple, they're together today, but they know that there's a possibility of them not being together, so the writings on the wall, as to what the future could hold.
All right, let's give it a spin. We have Emotion New Soul on the show, folks. This is the writings on the wall. Come on.
Another day is here, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. I try to make it clear, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. Can we start today to talk about the things we've done? You don't have to turn and run. Remember back then, we would wine and dine on Petri wine. Back then everything was fine, but everything changed when you came back home, but not alone. Since time wasn't on my side. Tell me what it would be. Will you choose him over me? Another day is here, but the writing's on. Try to make it clear, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. I can't understand why you would look at me and you say that you love me anyway, then go out later that night. I'm laying all alone at home. You know that it wasn't right. Then you walk through the door at 3. We both know that this shouldn't be. Girl, you know that you're killing me. You don't have to take your time. Just get your stuff and go. And I want you to know that I will be Another day is here, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. I try to make it clear, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. Another day is here, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. I try to make it clear, but the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall.
Wow. How beautiful was that? The writing's
Gorgeous.
on the wall. Man.
Brilliant. Really
Thank
nice.
you so much. Thank you so much.
Man, you're for someone who's a bit worried about their voice, you got nothing to worry about, man.
Right?
Come on.
I'm still my worst critic, man. I have tunes that I've written and just hadn't released, you know, because I keep saying I need to go back and work on those vocals.
Well,
Yeah, I
you
don't
get-
think
get
you
past
have.
it, man. You don't need to do that because it's most of us will never sing that well. You know, you're already there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do some shout outs and I'm going to let you guys continue. Gary Schaefer, the Picking Pilots. Adam Holtz, Sing to the Animals. Paul, it's always great to see Paul. You can find it. Tremor Bear, Cosmic Revelation, Blue Gubris, and his... man, I love that guy. John Mayer is wrong. Fight me. You caught that as well?
That's great.
It is great. I love it. You got to go check it out, folks. All right, the amateurs. Michael, a.k.a. Z-Land. He had a busy week. I think it was 3 tracks this week. Emery Island, Dragon Snail Puppets, who are going to be on the show as well. Clayton Von Kluge, Live to Fly. Oh, David, that's a beautiful Leonard Cohen cover. David Cartret, 51. Joe and Barry Glenn. Man, every one of their songs are absolutely beautiful. This one's Farewell to... I even practiced this. Tarwathi. I hope I said it right. All right. Tony Howie, Can You See Me? D. Lynn, When Faith Steps In. Dwight the Hitman Bailey, PJ Colby, Jeremy Deshaw, and She Told Me, Gordium 85, The Basement Sessions Volume 5, Kid Kane and Linda Jean. It's like looking around. Wild Ones, it's pretty safe to say they're in love. Paws and Guitars, Ode to Penny, Adorable Anarchy, brand new merch, nice big mug. Very cool. All right. Lisa Noel, I saw her here earlier. I appreciate you, Lisa. And Naked Singularity, a beautiful premiere Saturday. Roque Avelaneda, Laguna del Pilar. I'm going to stop there and stop pretending I speak.
You've got not
Spanish.
one Australian person yet.
I know.
I even
As soon
set
as
the-
you
I set
said
my
that.
bell up.
What? No, there was. Jade was here earlier, right at the end, Pete, right at the start. You want me to? Oh yeah,
before
you
you-
weren't up.
Before you brought me on. Who, did you just say Jade?
So, you know what? They are coming up. They're coming up in a couple times. But yes, let's give one of those for Pete Johns, who celebrated 300 episodes. I didn't hear it.
300. Didn't you hear it? Oh, it's coming through my ABS. Maybe it's not routed right. Never mind. Forget it. Wasn't meant to be.
You spoiled the party.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh boy. Well, emotion. I'm curious if your songs are from real life experiences or whether you sit down and tell a story.
Well, it's a little of both, actually. Fortunately, it's more telling stories than life experiences, but I'm sure we've all had our share of those. The beautiful thing about what I do is that I have a very understanding wife, who will sit here for hours sometimes, fall asleep on the couch that I have in the studio, just so we can spend time together. Because sometimes I'll come home and I say I'm going upstairs, and she'll tell me I'm going upstairs to see my girlfriend. Because I'll get up here. I'll come home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm going downstairs at 4 o'clock in the morning. Knowing that I have to be at work at like 8. So she's very supportive, and actually, she'll listen to some stuff, and she's brutally honest. If I say something that just doesn't fit or she doesn't think it's fit, she'll tell me, but I do have the last and final say. But I do listen to her, and I love the fact that that she's that supportive, and she can come up here, and we can go through a whole session, and she won't complain once about me hurry up or what are you doing or anything like that. She'll sit there and just listen to it all, and she knows every last one of my tunes, so that's a plus too.
Yeah. It's good to have someone to bounce your ideas off when they're still progressing.
Yes, sir.
It helps, yeah. So the songs that are about your personal experiences, do you find that, how do I put this? Do they help you to process things and heal, or does it reopen the wound, so to speak?
It does, and there's two of them on that we're going to hear tonight. This next one and the last one, and those are from personal experiences. And when they come up, I'll tell you a little bit more about those. But usually, if I come up here, and it's something that's on my mind that I want to put on paper, those tunes, and especially if it's personal, those tunes seem to go a whole lot faster than me trying to tell a story. Because
Yeah.
a lot of times I could come up here, and once I find somewhat of a chord progression or something that I want to use, I don't even write them down. I don't even write with a pencil and a piece of paper. I just start singing. I'll push record, and I'll start singing, and I won't loop it, but I'll just extend it for 100 measures, 100 bars, and then I'll start singing again, and I'll start singing again, and throughout that process, that's how the lyrics become. So I listen to what I said, then I try to expand on it. If it's something that I like, I try and expand on it, and make it better, but that's usually, 90% of the time, that's what I do. Now, when I'm telling a story, it's usually a pencil and piece of paper, and I still, like to find kind of like a chord progression or something like that. So that's in my mind as I'm laying out the lyrics, as far as the flow and things like that.
Yeah. So you record at home. You're an independent musician.
Yes,
What's
sir.
your workflow? What gear are you using? What's the nitty gritty of laying down a track?
Oh man, well, I've been doing this for quite a while, but I say the simplest thing I can tell you, is that I run MacBook, run the Logic Pro, I use Key Station 88 controller, and I have a complete element controller, a ton of software, a 2x2 interface, and that's the basic, Of course, you got the mics and cameras, and I have lights and stuff when I put on shows and things like that. But those are the basics, And as you guys know, if you start upgrading that stuff, it can get pretty expensive, But I think with the Logic Pro that I run, and the MacBook, that's pretty solid. I started out with Cakewalk. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Cakewalk
sure.
years ago. That's where I kind of started, and then it became, I think it was Sonar, and then they sold it to BandLabs. Then I got to the point where I wasn't getting good support. I'd call them, and they just wouldn't help me. So I just dropped it and went to Logic Pro.
Good man. Yeah, I'm using the exact same setup, Mac and Logic. How good are those Silicon Macs when those came along in 2020?
Yes.
Game changer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Tell us about young Emotion New Soul. When you first got into music and discovered music, who were the artists that lit that fire up inside you?
Oh man, we're going way back. 'Cause like I said, I got into music, when I was real young. Like 6, 7 years old. I really wasn't paying any attention to anyone other than my dad. My dad was a trumpet player. My grandfather was a trumpet player. So pretty much listen to those. But when I got into my high school days, where I can remember when I was listening to music, man, it was stuff like the Isley Brothers. Stuff like Earth, Wind, and Fire. So those were two big influences, and I learned so many Earth, Wind, and Fire tunes, that it's kind of crazy. Isley Brothers, I can play some of that on keyboard. I can't sing it because it's way out of my range. I don't have that kind of falsetto, But, what's strange though is a lot of people I grew up with, listen to the lyrics and they can sing the lyrics, but I was more keen on the key changes and what was going on in the background. That was kind of like what drew my attention to those groups. Like Earth, Wind, and Fire's band was just phenomenal, and I was listening to some of the chord structures and things like that when they were playing, so that's kind of like what really intrigued me.
Yeah.
Probably what makes you a great songwriter too,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
You've obviously got a strong knowledge of theory. It shows in the music, just diminished chords, suspended fourths, they're all there, and it's a dying art. Unfortunately, it's less and less in modern music. You don't hear it as often.
Right. I want to say, so I can read music, so of course I had to, in school, but it got to a point to where I don't even pay attention to what key I'm in. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll just, I don't know. I've just gotten so used to, I'll just sit down and start playing, and I can follow whatever, and then sometimes I don't realize, that I'm hitting those suspended, those sus chords, those 13 plus, 11, flat nines and all that stuff, until I go back and analyze what I just played, and I'll listen to it, and the thing that you'll hear in a lot of my music is that sometimes, like the bass line, you wouldn't think that was the note it should be, but it really, because I like some of those robust, really pretty chords, and you'll hear some of that stuff, especially on some of the slower stuff, and then even like my solos, so I'll experiment, I'll have a song in a major key, and I'll play a minor solo over it, just because I just like the way that sounds.
Like you did in the last song we just heard.
Yes,
it's in this
yes,
major seventh, and you're just doing these blues pentatonics over the top.
Yeah,
So
and
it's kind of
it
wrong,
just-
but it's not, because it's
Yeah.
completely intentional.
Right, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I love it.
Well, look, I'm listening to two nerds here. Man, you guys know what you're talking about. I just put my fingers on the guitar and it sounds great. No, that's amazing. You want to play another song?
Why
And then
not?
I do shout-outs? Yeah, let's do it. So the next one we have on cue is The Way We All Began. What do you tell us about that?
Oh yeah. So this one was a little personal, and as I watch the news and things like that, and I see the state of the world, and how we treat our neighbors and we treat our brothers, and it's not the love, when we first started, when everything was, when everything began, when God created man and earth, we didn't hate each other, so if you go back that far, so this is basically what that's talking about, let's go back to the way we began, where everyone loved each other, everyone was my brother, so I think you guys would enjoy this lyrics, and this one's kind of personal, and I took a little more time when I wrote this too.
All right, let's have a listen. The Way We All Began. We have Emotion, New Soul. Let's have a listen.
could fly away from here to another place and cry some tears. If I could get away from all I fear about this world today, it's up to us to cure. So I'm reaching now to all my brothers here, people all over the world. I hope this message is clear. We need to stop racism, the killing and hate. Put away the guns and go back to the place that we began. Everyone in this world is my friend. Let's go to the way we all begin, loving each other. You are my brother. Let's go to the way we all begin. Everyone in the world is my friend. Let's go to the way we have again, loving each other. You are my brother. So I'm reaching now to all my brothers here, people all over the world. I hope this message is clear. We need to stop racism, the killing and hate. Put away the guns and go back to the place that we began. Everyone in this world is my friend. Let's go to the way we all begin, loving each other. You are my brother. Let's go to the way we all begin. Everyone in this world is my friend. Let's go to the way we all begin, loving each other. You are my brother.
Love that little clip. Pause. Ah,
What a
another
song.
beaut.
Man,
Thank you.
that
thank
song is beautiful, and the message, man,
you so much.
I love that song so much, and I mean that. That's
Yeah, very
Thank you. I really
well written, that's for sure.
the chord changes in it, man.
I like to say something real quick. I just looking at the chat, man. I want to thank everyone for all those beautiful comments. I really appreciate that. You know, all you guys are just so awesome. Thank you.
They're well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved for sure. Before, if you recall, before the show started, I said, oh, great, I get to chill and just relax. And I've never worked so hard. This chat is just, yeah, it's on fire. This is amazing stuff. I want a special hello to our new friend, Ataraxia Music. Please go check out Ataraxia. Yeah, an amazing musician, and welcome, brother. All right, I'm going to do a couple shoutouts, and then we're going to continue with this. Upcoming, and you did have another Aussie right here. There you go. but the thing's not working.
The bell's not working.
The bell's not with the diddly do. Did I say it right? The diddly do is not.
Didgeridoo.
Oh,
Didgeridoo.
Oh, yeah, didgeridoo. Yes. Wesley Media Hub has a premiere. I think I saw JJ, DJ or JJ, if you can find it, post it. It's, I think, 9:30. I think I saw an hour or so. Yeah. All right. Upcoming CampGmay, as we mentioned earlier, with the Sunfest, April 25th. I don't know if there's any more room in there. Maybe Gary would know, or Justine. But it's gonna be fantastic. And as Coldy said, he had a look, and there's a lot of amazing talents in there. I'm sure there's room for more. But please join us. We'll continue shouting it out until the show's date. Once again, let's celebrate. Please stop over, follow this link, and put some thumbs up and whatever we do. Little comment to Pete John. He is the gateway into many of these communities. Many of us found our way through Pete. The YML show celebrated its 300th episode. Yeah, and every week Pete dumps everybody over to this channel right after his show. All right, some birthdays to announce. A special happy birthday, Lewis Cook. Such an amazing supporter of these communities. I mean, wherever I go, doesn't matter what time of day, he's there. But the one special thing about Lewis, and I want to give them this shout out, he doesn't want me to promote his channel because he feels he's stepping over everybody. I mean, I love this character. He's just such a great being. And I believe it's, I'll shout it out in a bit. I can't remember what time's the show. I believe it's midnight every night. Then we have Thursday, March 26th, Hubsy. It's his birthday on Thursday. I don't know, maybe we can do an hour stream and knock everybody over to Chris's. We'll see. But yeah, Gary Hubbs, March 26th. I guess we won't say the number. There was a premiere this week, 51, wasn't there? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, there was. Right, but we won't say how old he is. Saturday, March 28th, Jamie Lynn. This Saturday. Where's the party, Jamie? You're not far from us, I don't think. Happy
Canadian.
birthday. Yeah.
Give it the bell.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Oh,
Come on.
Gary Hubbs is Canadian, too. Right. We'll give Lewis...
Yeah,
You're an
he
honorary Canadian.
might be.
He is. He's from Ottawa. Jeez. Yeah, okay, I'm losing it. Just a couple more mentions. Every Friday, please. It's a madhouse. I'm just going to start with Friday's mentions. Javel DePuzza starts it off with Friday mornings, early in the morning. Dan Anderson around 1 o'clock. Another brilliant guitarist. Valerie Bott with the Friday Night Song Club at 2 p.m., followed by Charlie Gabaldon. And then Strings and Pucks with the Friday night warm-up at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. West Plays Music has his Friday evening practice jam warm-ups for his Saturday show. Of course, we have Jade Starr. Then we have Lisa Noel with the Friday film reviews at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Mr. Smith. Love you, bro. Hope you're doing well. We will talk soon. Pole Vault and Sunshine Archer weekend warm-up Friday at 10 p.m. Another super fantastic, fun show. Great place to be Friday night because everybody right after that will go right on to Laurie's show with her Friday night hang at 12 a.m. Eastern Time, and then everybody gets dumped over to Gary Hubbs, and I'm sure it's going to be a birthday bash there. at Friday at 2 a.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Pacific time, and then right after that, everybody gets dumped over to the Leelaverse. So Friday nights is wild, hot, and crazy. And let's get back to this.
All right. Emotion.
Yes, sir.
Have you done much playing in bands pre-internet days? And what sort of level were you doing? And
Well,
what's your experiences there?
I did one dabble. I was in maybe 3 or 4 different bands. Now, pre-COVID, I was actually the house band for a restaurant here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I played every Friday and Saturday. And then COVID kind of settled in, and I kind of backed away, because there was a lot of stuff going on, and I just didn't really want to be out in the public like that, So, but since then, I'll still play. I've done quite a few weddings. I've done some reception work and stuff like that, and I still, get invites to come out and play with different musicians, on the jazz scene. But then, when that happens, I'm usually playing trumpet, not vocals or keyboards or anything like that. So I still got out there. And Nashville is a great place to be, for a musician, because there's always work.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. Do you prefer playing live, or do you prefer recording at home?
Well, I'm kind of torn, because if I feel pretty good about it, I would love to get out there and perform live, but there's some conditions of that. I've been invited to play a couple of the places, and they said I have to use their sound equipment, so I'll do a sound check, and like I said, I'll back away from it if it's not a good quality sound. I'll pass on it. But I do have the equipment to go out there and set up myself. If they let me do that, and that's what I do 90% of the time. I take my own equipment, and I have a sound guy that I take with me. And he'll take care of all of the production part of it. But if it's not set up right, it's hard for me to say yes.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. You've got to have good sound.
Yeah, for sure.
So, have you ever released a track and then felt later on that you've outgrown it and you can't relate to it anymore?
I've got a few of those, man. If I turn back the pages, I think I have over 200 tunes that are actually out there.
Whoa.
And if you go, some of those back there, when I first started, I'm still pretty proud of, but there's a couple of them that, and it's not necessarily the lyrics or anything like that or the music, it's just the quality, and, something happened, when I started, messing with this Logic Pro. I mean, it was instant change from what I was used to doing, as far as the quality and the sound. So I listen to that versus I go back to maybe 2013 and listen to a couple of those tracks, and there's a world of difference, and some of those tracks I've actually I've gone back and redone, but haven't re-released.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Well, it'd be great to hear those. But yeah,
Laurie's
it's definitely
here.
a thing. Of course. So how do you decide which songs are worth releasing and why do they stay in the vault?
Well, it's mostly gut, but that's not always true, but if I don't feel that the song was going to do well, it's probably because I just didn't, I probably need to work on it a little bit more, I used to be bad about trying to rush something, because I have a date that I want to hit. Now I'm to the point to where it'll get released when it's done. Just because my wife beats me up all the time. Because I'll record a song and I'll download it to my phone. I put my headphones on and I'll listen to that song 100 times all day. And she'll laugh. You still listen to that same? I said yes. And I said every time I listen to it, I hear something different. and I've got this creative mind, and I'm wanting to go back and change things, and sometimes I just have to get to the point where I just have to stop, because if I keep changing things, it won't be the original song that I started out with.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I'm in that phase right now with the song I'm doing with Frank. It started in January, and I had a really creative burst, and then just thought I'm going to sit on this for a few weeks, just to listen to the mix, and you've got to be happy with it. And now it's sort of gotten away from me a little bit. It's been too long.
Right.
You just at some point you've got to say, right, let's just get this done, and otherwise you never release anything really.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you wait forever.
But it's okay to, if there's a plan behind it, if there's a system that you do, that's acceptable. But I get what you're saying. If you're gonna do this, carry it for 6-7 months. But like Emotion said, I'm the same. I'll listen to it, and anybody who says they don't listen to their songs, during the process, like I have to listen to it a bunch of times. I'm struggling with the last 3 for the album. Just not sure about the mix. So, but that's really cool.
So if you could give some advice to young Emotion New Soul who's just starting out on his musical journey, what would it be?
I would say, follow your heart, follow your passion, and don't give up. Don't let other people tell you can't do it, or don't let them say that doesn't sound good, because what sounds good to you is not going to sound good to everyone, and those mistakes that you make along the way, and you hit those wrong notes and things like that's you learning, so you're always learning, and I'm still learning today, how to play this keyboard, but I would definitely say, just stick true to yourself, stick true to what you want to do, and just follow your dreams.
Can I write that down? I need to tell myself that.
I know. I was just looking
really
around for that.
Old me likes that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Laurie said she was trying to boot up and get on. Let me just do a couple. We're almost finished with the shoutouts. I'm just going to do a few more, and then I'll stop. And then if Laurie can't make it on, then we'll start with maybe another track. The Real Justine Kasprick, Anxiety, Stress, and PTSD Sense Responses. So a great show this yesterday. Lewis Cook, 2-hour personally compiled playlist each night, music requests accepted. A fantastic show he does there out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Phoenix Fallen Underground Signal. I think it's the last week. I think it's this coming Sunday, and then it's going to be aired on Monday. There's the link there. OJ McBaggins, Straight Weirdness Radio, really cool show. Adorable Anarchy, and Tim, the Smugcast. My new merch. And just an absolute, it's so much fun, that show as well. Yes. Oh my God, the water tastes so good in this mug. Adorable. All right. Scully Pops, March 21st was National Storytelling Day. And that's what Scully Pops, he's been a supporter of this channel since day one. And it's storytelling at its finest. It's a lot of fun. I would love to have him on the show. Ali Patches, Into the Night with, and then she has with Ali and Wes, and she has Azura's, Rich New Design, who, like you, Emotion New Soul. I met Rich New Design before I met anybody in these communities. It's pretty cool. They do a lot of great stuff. Coffee with Wes, Love, Art, and Music. And Rich and Ali are Linda and Kid Kane. I just love the love we have in these communities. I just love it. All right. Michael Songs every Sunday at 12 p.m. Russ 88, 89. Don't forget, every Tuesday between 10 and 12 Greater Mountain Time. A great show there. And then we have the Mix Club making the big comeback. What a fantastic show, brother. I actually watched it all on replay, and I appreciate you playing those two tunes and all the other songs you played, and I had a good laugh. It was a lot of fun. Look who's backstage. Oh.
Hi.
Hey, cuz.
Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you. You look a little bit burnt.
I am a little bit, yeah. I am. But I'm under these lights. Hi, Emotion. Hi, Colby.
Loza, how you going?
Okay, so I'm like trying to reboot on somebody else's laptop, and I'm looking down at the screen to see if DJ is making any wise ass remarks, and he is. And it looks like I deleted Less Aging on accident, so sorry, guys. I'm pulling a Heather and just butt deleting people. I don't think I blocked him. I think I just deleted his comments. And I don't know how. It just kind of hit.
He'll be all right.
Anyhow, what's going on?
Well, we're just having a chat.
Yeah, just a little
Getting to know.
chat.
Yeah.
With Emotion on here. Do we all, we're introduced to his new name, his real name?
No.
Okay.
Emotion New Soul is his real
That's
name.
his real name. He changed it.
It's awesome. Well, I love your music, and it's awesome to have you here. Hi, Justine. Hi, everybody. It's really hard to see. But I am wearing a shirt. I'm not naked. I think it's not low enough.
What, the shirt? No, it's low enough. It's fine.
No, I'm too tall, I guess. I came with like the most beautiful sunset on Key Biscayne.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about the Pianist this week, and I'm thinking, wait a second, we don't have to have one because we have one, right?
Do.
So,
We have one right there. Yeah.
yeah, I know.
Oh.
And yeah, so
Do we
I
have
thought,
one?
no, he's right there. No, seriously. After, because I reached out to Laurie, it's like, who should I have on? And then I realized after, oh, Emotion New Soul is the Pianist. We don't need one on here. So,
Beautiful. And you
really
featured
cool.
his music already, so yeah.
Yes, and I guess you met him through CampGmay as well.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Immediately loved the R&B vibe, the music, the piano, of course. You know, we got Mike Molino, we have you, but we don't have a lot of pianists on the festivals. Maybe I should step up my game.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Coldy's told you 1,000 times.
2001, yep.
Yeah. And we got Coldy, like, headlining Sunfest. I missed the whole interview. Like I said, I just got home like 15 minutes ago. So if we talk,
You're home?
Forget it. Well, not home. But my friend's house.
Yep, okay.
See, you guys have priority still, even when I'm in Miami vacationing. It's still my priority.
Wait, is it
What?
we are priority or you being on YouTube is priority? We love it. We love you.
Justine's. I went on Justine's after she went off air.
You went on Justine's. You went on
After she was off air. Where else was it?
Oh my God, Friday night.
My own show?
Sunshine and Poles. You were.
Yes.
Yes.
They're my friends. I miss everybody.
I love
I'm
it.
having a blast.
And everybody misses you too, for sure.
Thank you, cuz. Instead of busting my balls. Take you to the docks in Miami here.
Take you to the docks. Let them have it.
You're going to move to Miami, aren't you? I just know it.
This is me. This is my
Yeah.
vibe.
Yep.
Palm
I know.
trees, sun, heated pool. But alas, I have to go home tomorrow morning. Back to work.
Back to the snow?
And I'm sweating. Yeah. Well, I think the snow's gone, but it's like 40. It was 84 here today. And I am a little burnt. It's not burnt, it's tan. It just looks red with these lights.
Sweet.
It's like crickets over here. What's going on? Everybody, wake up! Wake up! All right, so I'll leave. I guess there's no piano section.
Yes.
Okay.
But we were waiting for you. We knew you were going to come up. Actually, Coldy said she'll be up here.
Lock it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I told him I would, but we were talking earlier. I said,
Yeah.
I'm home on time. I said, I'll be on at some point. It might not be right at 8. So.
Perfect timing.
But I'm dying to hear more about the motion, and I'll continue watching from the chat room.
Awesome.
Right.
Thanks for the
Love you,
question.
Laurie.
cuz.
Get back safe.
Bye, everybody. See you, chat. Happy
All right.
Monday. It's a Monday? What day is it? No idea.
Monday
Bye.
for you.
Okay.
See ya.
See ya. That's right.
Bye-bye.
Love it.
Love you.